Okay, so hello and welcome back to another Discord JavaScript bot tutorial. In this one, we're going to be making a reputation command, or a few commands to do with reputation. This was a request from, let me just pull it up. So basically in the Discord server, which I'm sure you all know about, and if you don't, go ahead and join. For our bot, I've made a suggestion command where basically you go and do !suggest space, and then you write your suggestion. And here we have the ID of the person, so in case they change their username, I still know who it is, the username at the time of them saying it, and their suggestion. So that basically, people leave me suggestions all the time, but the problem is if they private message me them, I don't check my private messages because I get so many people asking for one-to-one help that it's impossible to help people like that. So if you want help, then just ask in the main help channels. Otherwise, I do offer one-to-one help on my Patreon so that I can actually manage the amount of people that do it, but that's up to you. But anyway, I'm going to basically work through my video suggestions going down like this, so if you have your own suggestions, then get them in quick, and I'll just keep working through them. Obviously, if I've already covered one, then I'll just take it out. And as soon as I've done a certain one, so as soon as I've done this video, I'm going to get rid of this. But anyway, so ATR Parzival, or Parzival, whatever, suggested to make a reputation bot video where you can do commands like +rep, -rep. And I won't be doing, what is it called? I won't be doing like ways to stop you spamming it. Like, I'm not gonna do checks like that. You can do like timeouts, or like maybe each person can only rep another person once or something. 1 rep per person, whatever. I don't know. You do it however you want. This is just going to show you the command and, well, how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, well, here's our commands. So we're going to make a new command. I'll put it under simple, I don't know. So we'll have a new file, and we'll call it, now I'm trying to remember, I don't know if you can actually have like plus in this. I'll see if you can do it. So +rep.js. I'm not actually sure if you can have the plus sign, but we'll see. It's not giving me any problems just yet. So we'll just go and copy one of the base command template things. So we'll call it, yeah, you can't have plus like that. Can you have like rep plus? No. Okay, so for the sake of this, I mean, you might be able to think of a different way. We'll call it +rep, like that, just +rep command, like so. Okay, so we'll call it +rep adds reputation to the user, and we'll just take out this for now. Okay, and let me just rename the file because I don't know if that's allowed. +_rep.js. Okay, here we are. So basically, if you want to store information on someone, such as how many, how much rep they have, how much rep, then you need to store that in a file of some sort. So basically, this video shouldn't be too complicated, but with knowing how to do this, you can build upon it. So we're going to want to go in here like +rep space @tutorialbot, like that. So obviously, yeah, it doesn't know what that is. And if luckily with Commando, I don't actually use Commando for my own bot. This is just how I learned to use Discord bots, and obviously I started my tutorials before I learned better ways. Commando isn't bad, it's just different, I guess. One nice thing about it is there's a built-in thing for giving you like what all your commands do. I mean, I've already written my own for my own bot. If you quickly look into the code for my bot, you can go look at this on GitHub, but like here are all the commands we've got. So like let's go to the suggest one I was on about. So this is the suggest command, and with this get help function, what I can do is I can loop through all the get help functions for each one in the list of commands, and it returns a well, the caption and then the description for the command, so that I can if I go to the Discord server and I go into like bot testing, if I do like commands like this, and you go here, I actually get a list of all the commands from the bot here. So it's like mirror does this, whatever, which is really nice. And for the suggest command, it's here's the main bit of the actual what it does. So we take everything they've put in and we get the suggestion is all the words, so all the words after the index 1. So index 0 is going to be the command. No, sorry, yeah, so it's from position 1 onwards. So index 0 is the command, so we ignore the question mark suggest, and we get everything after that. And we join them with spaces so that obviously their command isn't just one big long word, it's like probably spaced out. And then we append it to the file that I've got, the suggestions.txt. And then at the end, this is just for neatening it up, so we say like, all right, let's get rid of what they said, and we'll just add a nice little embed saying, thanks for your suggestion, you suggested this, thank you, whatever. But anyway, let's get back to the bot we're working on. So we need to work with a JSON file, and a JSON is a JavaScript like friendly storage as such. You can use databases and whatever, but for something this simple, a JSON file like these will do. Obviously, I'm not going to go into like the config. Well, actually, config. I should have done config.json, not JS. It's been a while since I made this, sorry. But anyway, we're gonna make a new file called like reputation.json. That sounds pretty cool. And we're gonna just have it like this, right? We just open and close the curly brackets. And what we're gonna have is we're gonna have a way of storing a user's ID and then their reputation. Basically, that's what we're doing. So if we go to +rep, wherever it is, +rep, we want to be able to access this file. So what we want to do is we want to, well, require it as such, which is importing it. So we want to say const reputation is equal to require, and then you give the file path from here. So where are we? We're inside here. So // and // and then it's reputation.json. That's where we are. So now we've got reference to that JSON file, and we can do stuff with it, which is always helpful. But because we want to write to it, we also have to import a, let me just put these together. We also need to import file system. So if we put like import fs, one sec. Sorry. So if we, what am I doing? I'm thinking of the TypeScript version. It doesn't matter. We can just we can do another const. So we can do const fs equals require. Whoops. And then just fs like this. So that basically means fs is file system. It'll say on here maybe. No. File system lets you use commands to do with, well, using files, saving to files, reading from files, all that lot, which is helpful. Now, what we're going to say is, well, if they've used +rep, we want to know who they're giving reputation to. So one good way of doing this is getting like who they're referring to. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that, as I said with the bot, you're going to, oops, sorry, let's go back to the here. You're going to at the person after the command. So we want to get who the person is being like that we're giving reputation to. Basically, we want to know who it is. So we'll say like target user is equal to message and .guild. So message.guild.member. And then what do we want? We want to get the member that they mention. So we want to refer to mentions.users.first. Basically means the first person they at in the thing. So if they added multiple people, then it would just refer to the first person. I know atted isn't the best way. I mean, mentioned is technically what it means. I just always say atted for some reason. But anyway, so that's that. Now let's just check this works. So console.log target user. Now if we stop the bot, run the bot. If I go to here and I do +rep at tutorial bot, target user is not defined. Okay, so that's probably because yeah, that's probably because the bot might not count. as a user. So plus rep at daffodino. Target user is not defined. Okay, so why is target user not defined? Let's think. So we're saying the message that they send, the guild, so the server it's sent from, and we're getting the member. And then message dimensions, so users first. I've got the commando in here. Let me just go check like here. Message dot there's something going on here which is quite peculiar. Why? Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't even have it as a variable. Plus rep sorry, plus rep at daffodino. There we go. Okay, I'm just being an idiot. I forgot to even declare the variable. I just said target user. Some of you are probably getting annoyed at that, but you know, hey, whatever. when you do this kind of thing live, that's the problem you come across. So I've got reference to the user. So what I can do is I can basically check if that user is. So I'll say like if target user. No, I'll say if not target user. So basically, if you at someone and it doesn't go right, if you can't actually find someone, then we'll just say message dot channel. Whoops. Dot send, and we can just say like sorry, I couldn't find that user, whatever. That's just in case, and then we can actually return because nothing else needs to be done if we can't find the person. Then what we'll do is we'll say we want to now basically make sure that they exist in this JSON file, and if they do, so if they don't, we'll create them. So we'll say here if not, and then reputation is the file. If not reputation, and then we need to search for their ID. So message dot author dot ID. So basically saying if they don't have their ID in the JSON file, if it's not there, then we'll make it. So we'll say reputation, and then message dot author dot ID equals, and then we need to make a new object for them. So what do they have? They're just going to simply have a rep, which is going to start off as 0. That's it. So, and then we can close this. So we're saying if they don't exist in the file, we're going to add them with a reputation of 0 to the file. Let's test that. Whoops. So let's go to here, and we're going to say plus rep at daffodino. Doesn't seem to do anything, but if we go to the reputation.json, oh, okay. So what I've done is I've put it on the file. The problem is I haven't actually saved the file, so it doesn't make any difference onto here basically. So let's go to plus rep. So after you've done this, you then want to use the file system. That's why we imported it at the top. So we'll say fs.writefile, and we need to refer to the file. Now the weird thing about this is you're referring to the file, but it's the path, not from here. It's the path from like the where your node module, basically where fs actually is. So if I remember correctly, this is actually not dot dot slash dot dot slash. It's just dot dot slash. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'll test it in a second. I had a lot of problems with this a while back, but it should be fine. Anyway, so then it's JSON, because that's the file format we're using. .stringify, which sounds like a cool way of basically just saying converting it all to this. We're passing in reputation, which is here, obviously. It's reputation that we're doing. And then we can also do a nice little thing saying basically if there's an error, so no, we'll make, I've messed up. We'll make an error thing, and if it is null, or if it's not null, so if it exists, then we'll console.log it. But then, obviously, if there is no error, then we won't do anything. What is going on here? We've got an extra. Wait. There we go. Just closing it properly. Now let's just see if this works now, which it should. So that's running. Okay, plus rep at dapperdino. And the command hasn't gone through yet. If we go to the refutation, no. Let me just open. No, it does work. Okay, just viewing it inside the viewing it inside here is a bit weird sometimes. But as you see, we have got my ID and my reputation of 0, so it works. There's no panic there. Okay, that's working. For some reason, this doesn't like to update sometimes. Now, what we need to do is we need to actually have a way of adding to the reputation. So once we've created it, when we try and up-rep them and they don't exist, we then need to actually add their rep. So all we really need to do is we need to say, let's think. So we need to take their current reputation and then basically just add 1 to it. That's all we're really doing for this. So we can just say reputation dot reputation, and then refer to the person. So message dot author dot ID, and this will exist, because if it does exist, then this won't get run and it exists here. If it doesn't exist, it'll be made here. So then we need to refer into it to their rep. So we want to say we're going to set that person's rep equal to, and then we can say reputation message dot author dot ID plus 1. So it's saying their reputation is now equal to their current reputation plus 1. And then after that, it is done, basically. So let's run it again. Let's open that file, because obviously it's a bit weird. Reputation. So we're currently on 0 rep. Let's plus rep at dapperdino. If you look over here, we now have a rep of 1, but it says object. That's a bit odd. I will go and check that in a second. But let's just do it again a few times. Wait, that's just editing. Plus rep at dapperdino. Now we're on, yeah, it's on 1 now. It's a bit weird. So why is it saying rep object? Let's have a look. So what am I doing? So we're saying, okay. What it's doing is that's literally what it's doing. It's doing like object plus 1. So what we want to do is just at the end of this, we're not referring to that, we want to refer to the rep. Silly me. So obviously that's what we're doing. We're referring to the reputation plus 1, not just, plus 1. So plus rep at dapperdino, and before I actually, I keep closing it. Before I actually do anything, here it's empty. Then we're going to go use the command, and here we exist with a reputation of 1. Let's just copy and paste this. So we should have a reputation of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see what I mean? So now we've actually got a reputation of 7, which is nice. And to be honest, that's almost this done. So we're going to quickly copy and paste this. So we're going to create a new command in here called like -_rep.js. We'll paste it in. We'll put like -rep -rep subtracts reputation from the user -rep command. Okay, and all we need to do is we need to say this is the same. If they don't exist, we'll create them. We want to do this -1. And for this, I'm not going to bother doing the whole checking if they're at 0 rep. I'll let them go negative rep. You can stop that if you want by doing a check. But that command exists now, so let's just quickly check this. I'm coming to a close on the video now. So node dot, and then we'll go back to the Discord and we'll do -rep at dapperdino. If you go on here, if I run the command, it goes from 7 to -1. Did I set it to -1? No, I didn't. Why did that actually just go straight to -1? That's odd. So wait, let me just go and do plus rep 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then minus rep 1, 2. Yeah, okay, it works. I don't know why I went straight to -1. Yeah, that's weird. But it does work, as you've seen. So all you might want now is you might just want a command that basically like prints their reputation. So I'll quickly end with that. Why not? How long have we been going for? 20 minutes. Well, I'll just quickly end with that. So what you'll want is a nuke file called like show rep.js. Let's put in the same. Whoops. Put in all the same stuff. Show rep command. Show rep. Shows the reputation of the user. Same thing. Obviously, if they don't exist, we'll make it. And then once we've done that, we just want to say here, instead of doing anything to it, we want to say like let rep embed equal new discord dot one sec. Do I not actually use embeds in any of my other things? Oh, I do. Yeah, I just have to bring in the Discord library because it's not actually in Commando. So show rep, just bring in the Discord library as well. So it's a new discord dot rich embed, and then we can say dot set title. Then we can say target user dot username. Wait, so target user, yeah. Dot username. Wait, so that's referring to the member. Does member have username? Member dot username. I'll see. Plus reputation, and then we can just say dot add field reputation. And then I can just say reputation, reputation message dot author dot id dot rep. Let's put that whole thing here to string. And that should be done, and I can just put false for the inline. Let's just, so we also need to message.channel.send rep embed, so send it to the channel. Let's just have a quick look at that. I hope it should work. Show rep at daffodino. Undefined reputation. Okay. And is my reputation actually 0? Yeah, it is. All right. Let's just before I stop it, let's just make sure the actual thing works. So if we do like plus rep a few times, and then we do show rep, it's right. We just need to change. It's not dot. It's dot. It refers to the member. Oh, sorry. So once you've got access to the member, it's I'm trying to remember how you do this, because if I just did the person, it would be it's just their thing like this, isn't it? Target user. I don't even need to do a username thing. That should just work. Show rep. Okay, that's the person's ID. So how do you get their username? Usually, it'd be nice if it showed you the things about them. We could actually just leave it as the ID, to be honest. That works fine. But I'm still not actually sure why it's not doing it. It shouldn't be doing it as the ID if I don't do .id, because this is referring to a member object. If I go back to the member object here, so basically, yeah, if you look down here right now, we've got a member object, because that's what I debugged earlier. So if we go down here, there should be something which says, if I search like Dapper Dino, actually, can you not search down here? Yeah, Dapper Dino. No, Dapper. So it's username. Oh, okay, so it'll be, that's how I debugged it. Okay, so it's target user dot user dot username node dot show rep. There we go. Dappy Dino reputation done. Okay. So for some reason it also is resetting to 0. So if reputation doesn't exist, so it's a 0. It does work. It just wait. If I just go back into the file, it's that's why. I've gone up one too many on the here. Show rep plus rep minus rep. Let's just go up and delete that one. Plus rep at Dapper Dino plus rep at Dapper Dino show rep at Dapper Dino. It works. Okay, sorry, it's been a really long video. I just want to end it now, to be honest. If you have any more questions, then feel free, go ahead, leave any suggestions in the server. I'm sorry this video dragged on forever. Obviously you can build upon this, but this is the basic way of it working. But yeah, if you want to help support me on Patreon, then there's a link in the description. If you want to subscribe and help, that would mean a lot as well, just from that. But yeah, join our Discord server, take part, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.